And welcome back to the show. Hope you're having a lovely night. Hope you have a lovely week. And make sure to have some fun. You know, people, I was in court today at Melbourne and everybody's so serious, you know. Everybody's whinging or complaining about something. Just try to have a bit more fun and put a smile on your face and greet others when you pass them, because you probably won't see those people again this lifetime, you know. Introduce yourself and cheer people up, because everyone's just too serious, and if you're too serious all the time, you end up attracting a lot of serious situations. You know, what are they going to do to you? You're not going to get beaten up, you're not going to starve to death. Life will always go on. Everything always falls into place. You know, you're not going to starve to death and people aren't going to beat you up. That's why I think about it. Things can't be that bad, can they? There's always a solution, Ozzy, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, tell me about, in a nutshell, because we've only got, I want to hear, it's so interesting, your story. You decided in prison, I've had enough of this bullshit. I've got my lovely missus back, you know, and I've got Derek.
Mm-hmm.
But, so you come out and you got a suspended jail term for all that nonsense?
Yeah, a few months later I got 2 years suspended sentence for the lot.
All right, so that now puts a big cloud over your head, saying don't muck up, because if you breach that, in 2 years, how long would you serve?
I'll get the 2 years that I got suspended and whatever they want to put on top.
Exactly, but you're not going to go back, are you?
No.
Why?
Because I've got a wife, I've got a son, and I'm just sick and tired of it.
Good attitude, mate, good attitude. And you're young, which is great, you know. And like I said, if somebody put a police uniform on you, mate, you'd look like a copper. Actually, you know, it's funny. You don't look like a reformed crook or someone who, you know, who gets into strife. You'd almost look like a IT systems analyst or something. Did people say that?
Yeah, because of my glasses.
Yeah, you look very, you know, very educated, which you are. You know, you've got the education of life. So, I mean, you're very switched on than most blokes who sit on this couch. But Ozzy, you come out and because of that incident with the Indian fella,
yep.
Department of Human Services say you can't see your son.
Yeah, well, they took my son. They said I was abusing my missus. I was going to abuse my son. They said it was a known fact that I was drinking from the day I got let out of prison until my son was born, and this was 5, 6 months later, and I'd been doing breathalyzers every day at the police station. I'm not the sort of
So you decided
alcoholic
to give up the grog at what point?
I decided to give up the grog ages ago, but it's a day-by-day battle with me, you know what I mean?
You're going to AA or something, or?
I could be going a lot more than I am, but I do, yeah.
When was the last time you had a drink?
Well, I had just shy of 2 years again, and I had a drink 5 days ago.
Yeah. Smashed?
But before that, nah, not smashed. I had 5 beers.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, but before that it was nearly 2 years up.
But you haven't seen your son for how long?
I've seen him twice in the past year.
What a shame. But you're with the lovely Jenny, you're married.
Yeah.
And, I mean, things are never perfect, but you guys are getting on okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, I spoke to her before and she loves you very much, and she sees the son.
Yeah, all the time.
And what do you have to do to persuade the authorities so you can see your little son?
I have to prove that I can be a good parent, and like I said, I've been a ward of the state, you know. They tried to get Jenny to say that I was hitting her, you know. Like, I don't hit women, you know what I mean?
So when can you see your son?
I'm not really sure.
And that's what I ask people from the Department of Human Services. I was saying before that in the magistrates' court level, one case after the other, everything's rushed through, you know, and it's much the same at Department of Human Services. They sometimes they don't take enough time to judge every case and listen to the stories.
Yeah.
Have they said come back and have a chat to us?
Yeah, they want to give me access, you know, but I want the chance to live with my son. Like, I've done nothing wrong, you know what I mean?
No, but that's a good start.
Yeah.
Access when?
Weekly.
Okay.
But the worker's never there. When I ring up, she's never there, and if I'm too crook, like last week...
So you're trying to organise that at the moment, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went into Odyssey House just after he was born. I went into Odyssey House.
Oh, you went there too?
Yeah, to get things back on track.
When did you go there?
December the 3rd. I got married on December the 2nd and went in December 3rd.
Good on you, mate.
Everyone couldn't work out why I was there.
That was your honeymoon,
I just got married
by yourself?
Yeah.
That is amazing, isn't it? You got married and then the next day, most people would go to Bali or Thailand or Hawaii.
That was... I did want to stay there, but a program came up that I've been trying to get back into.
Yeah.
Because I'd been there before. It was the Mark program with Brian Cox.
Oh, Coxie, he's a good man.
Yeah, and he's helped me that many times.
Has he?
And, oh yeah, he saved me like heaps. If he hadn't have put me into his program, I'd be dead now. You know what I
Fair
mean?
dinkum, mate. It sounds like you've surrounded yourself with some good people. Who are some of the other helpers who've come along?
Henry Nissen's one of the
Henry
main
Nissen,
ones.
that bloke. He's a very good man. A very, very good friend of mine, and he's a top bloke. And what has Henry done?
Everything. He's just been helping me wherever he can, and probably if not more since I've been a little kid. You know.
Well, that's right. He's known you since he was helping your mum.
Yeah.
And he's seen you as a little tacker.
He's helped me with accommodation.
Well, he must be very proud that
Everything.
you're starting to turn your life around.
Yeah, 32. I think I could have done it a few years ago.
Yeah. What are your plans, mate? What are your plans?
Um,
You're starting to get fair income by the sounds of it.
yeah, the first one's not to have a drink today.
Yeah.
Just today, you know, I'm not going to drink.
If I said, let's go to Bar 20, you and me, there's some good-looking chicks there with big tits and everything, and there's some bourbon and cokes, real strong ones, and we'll have a couple of joints afterwards. You going to come down?
No.
No.
I'd probably go for the chicks, but
Not appealing enough.
if the missus would let me.
No, well, that's right. It's a struggle, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a struggle. It's like the alcoholics who, they might have 2 or 3, but then it starts flowing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a chain reaction, isn't it?
But like I said, when I went in, I've been to a lot of rehabs and detoxes and that.
Yeah.
I've done prison, and none of them, not one of them could, could help me. When I went into the Mark program with Coxie, there was no more, oh, it's okay, It's like, wake up to yourself, mate, This is what it does to you, you know it, so what do you do it for? And with the life he had, he goes, you're just going to end up the way I was. And he goes, you won't last the way I did. Because back then you had to be hard, you know what I mean? And I don't think I'm a gangster or a crook or anything like that. I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my life. But to hear someone like Coxie getting into you about how it is, I just can't thank him enough for what he's done for me.
And I can't thank you enough for sharing your story, Matt. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a lovely week. Make sure to have a lot of fun on the weekend. Try to smile a bit more. Try to reach out to others a lot more. And remember, tough times never last, but tough people do, and you're one of those very tough people. Good night. Love and best wishes.